A second term for Donald Trump could bring significant policy changes, impacting various economic sectors. *** Tax policies. Trump might further reduce corporate tax rates to stimulate business investment, potentially boosting economic growth, but raising concerns about the federal budget deficit. Individual tax cuts could be expanded, benefiting higher income earners, but exacerbating income inequality and increasing national debt. *** Regulation. *** Continuing deregulation efforts in sectors like energy, finance, and healthcare could reduce business costs and encourage economic activity. However, the long-term environmental and safety implications could be substantial. *** Trade policies. Reinstating tariffs on imports from countries like China could lead to trade wars, disrupting global supply chains and increasing consumer prices. *** Infrastructure spending. Significant infrastructure investments could boost the construction industry, create jobs, and stimulate economic activity. However, financing these projects without increasing the national debt remains a critical challenge. The announcement of a Trump win could lead to initial market volatility due to uncertainty about future policies. Investors may react cautiously until clearer signals about policy directions emerge. *** Stock market. Certain sectors such as defense, energy, and construction could benefit from policy support and increased spending. Conversely, industries heavily reliant on international trade might face challenges due to potential tariffs and trade tensions. *** Foreign exchange. The U.S. dollar might strengthen if Trump's policies are perceived as pro-growth. However, protectionist trade policies and geopolitical tensions could lead to currency volatility and impact international trade. *** Investment climate. Domestic businesses might experience increased confidence due to anticipated tax cuts and deregulation, leading to higher investments and economic activity. International investors might adopt a wait-and-see approach, wary of the potential for protectionist trade policies and geopolitical instability. The long-term economic trends under a Trump administration would be multifaceted, with both positive and negative aspects. *** Economic growth. Tax cuts and infrastructure spending could provide a short-term boost to economic growth, increasing consumer spending and business investments. However, the long-term sustainability of economic growth is questionable if tax cuts and spending increases significantly add to the national debt and budget deficits. Rising debt levels could lead to higher interest rates and reduced fiscal flexibility in the future. *** Employment. *** Infrastructure projects and deregulatory measures could lead to job creation in specific sectors, boosting employment rates and economic activity. Despite potential job gains, ongoing trends in automation and outsourcing might offset employment growth in certain industries, posing challenges for workforce adaptation and retraining. *** Inflation. *** Trade policies that lead to higher tariffs could increase consumer prices, contributing to inflationary pressures. Rising inflation could erode purchasing power and impact economic stability. Trump's trade policies and foreign relations could have significant implications for global economic relations. *** Trade relations. Escalation of trade tensions with key partners like China, the European Union, and Mexico could disrupt global trade flows and economic relations, impacting both domestic and international economies. Potential renegotiation of trade agreements could lead to uncertainties in global supply chains and affect international economic stability. *** Geopolitical risks. Aggressive foreign policy stances and protectionist trade measures could increase geopolitical risks, affecting global markets and economic stability. Heightened tensions could lead to economic sanctions, trade embargoes, and other disruptions. The economic impact of a Trump 2024 election win would be multifaceted, with both positive and negative aspects. While certain policies might stimulate short-term economic growth and benefit specific sectors, concerns about trade tensions, rising debt, and long-term economic stability could pose significant challenges. Businesses, investors, and policymakers would need to navigate these complexities to mitigate risks and capitalize on opportunities. Understanding the potential economic consequences of political outcomes is crucial for making informed decisions. By delving deeper into the economic impact of a hypothetical Trump 2024 election win, one can appreciate the complexities and prepare for the possible changes ahead. Whether you're an investor, a business owner, or simply an interested citizen, staying informed is key to navigating the ever-evolving economic landscape.